Shadows in the First State. Top 5 Bigfoot sightings in Delaware. Delaware may be the second smallest state in the nation, but within its winding marshes, thick forests, and old colonial farm roads, there's something watching. For a state known more for credit cards and coastlines than cryptids, Delaware has quietly amassed a strange string of Bigfoot reports, recent, unsettling, and growing harder to ignore. Let's jump right into Delaware's top 5 most credible encounters of the last decade, listed in reverse order. Make sure you watch to the very end where we reveal Delaware's national Bigfoot ranking. It's higher than you might think. Number 5, April 2019, Blackbird State Forest, Newcastle County. Blackbird State Forest covers over 5,400 acres of mixed hardwood and pine, and while it sits just miles from suburban sprawl, it remains surprisingly isolated. A turkey hunter along the Meadows Trail reported hearing heavy bipedal footsteps, followed by a low, chest-rattling grunt. Seconds later, a dark, tall figure moved through the underbrush about 80 yards away. The hunter froze, armed, but unwilling to shoot. He later returned with a friend and found a line of tracks, broad, 16-inch imprints in damp soil, before a ranger advised them to stay off the trail after dark. Number 4, October 2021, Trap Pond State Park, Sussex County. Trap Pond State Park is home to the northernmost natural stand of bald cypress trees in the U.S. and draws nearly 90,000 visitors per year for its hauntingly beautiful swamp scenery, fishing, and camping. A pair of kayakers taking a dusk paddle through the Cypress Flats reported an overwhelming stench just before something large crashed through the reeds onto the shoreline. They described a hulking silhouette just beyond their view, accompanied by a splash and a deep, vibrating growl. One of them recorded faint audio of the vocalization, now circulating in local cryptid circles. Number 3, December 2020, Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge, Delaware Bay Coast. Prime Hook protects over 10,000 acres of tidal marsh and forested wetland habitat, and serves as a vital stopover for migratory birds. It's a quiet place, especially in winter, visited by around 120,000 people annually. A wildlife photographer staking out waterfowl movement caught a brief, blurry figure crossing a firebreak trail on a motion-triggered camera. Though initial excitement suggested a black bear, biologists noted that no wild bear population exists in the area. The image shows a long-limbed figure upright and moving quickly, too fast and upright to match any known regional wildlife. Number 2, July 2015, Redden State Forest, Georgetown. Redden is Delaware's largest state forest at over 12,000 acres, with secluded trails and gravel roads that snake through loblolly pine and mixed oak. It's frequently used by horseback riders, hunters, and scout groups, but most visitors are in by sunset. A group of teenagers hiking near the headquarters tract late one evening reported a figure as big as a shed, walking out of the tree line on 2 legs. They fled, later telling their story to a local Wawa employee who passed it along to a regional Bigfoot research group. That same night, a hiker in the area reported guttural whoops and distant tree knocking sounds near the Isaacs Trail. Number 1, August 2018, Great Cypress Swamp near Frankfort. The Great Cypress Swamp is a vast, largely undeveloped wetland straddling the Delaware-Maryland border. It covers over 50 square miles, with large sections owned by conservation groups. On the evening of August 2nd, a pair of volunteer firemen driving home on Pepper Road reported seeing a dark, upright creature cross the road in 2 strides. They slammed on the brakes just in time to catch it vanish into the thickets. One described it as taller than any man I've seen, covered in black hair, with arms that hung way too low. Both were visibly shaken and reported the sighting anonymously to the local police, who declined to investigate. The story didn't end there. In the weeks that followed, residents in the Frankfort area reported unusual screams at night and strange tracks near deer stands. Delmarva radio stations picked up the story with a brief but dramatic segment on 97.5's Coast to Coast Delmarva program. Though no official agencies acknowledged the events, cryptid enthusiasts began referring to the figure as the Swamp Walker of Sussex. Delaware's national Bigfoot ranking, 31 out of 50. Delaware ranks lower than most eastern forest states due to its small geographic size and high human population per square mile. But its southern forests and swamps, particularly along the Maryland border, provide enough mystery and habitat to make it a sleeper candidate, especially given the credibility of recent sightings and growing local folklore. The swamp walker may be just the beginning. Hit subscribe to follow this channel as we track Bigfoot and other weird and wacky happenings across the United States. Do you believe your region or town deserves a top rating? Or have you had an unusual encounter in the woods you can't explain? Does Bigfoot still exist? Or is he simply a product of overactive imaginations? Please leave a comment in the comment section. We would love to hear from you.